Good afternoon guys, welcome to the video. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to go from seeing a product on Amazon to finding suppliers on Alibaba, contacting them and getting to the point where you have everything that you need to know to understand whether or not that product is profitable and you can move forward with that product. I'm going to break it down step by step and make it very clear for you. So if you don't know who I am, I'm one half of the Honest Entrepreneurs, and this YouTube channel is dedicated to just sharing our journey. So we're real sellers, we're growing our own brand. In the background here, what you can see is our Shopkeeper account. So this is basically everything that we do. Everything on Amazon is tracked to here, all of our sales, all of our profits. So at the minute, we're at around $30,000 a month, where we usually do about $4,000 to $4,500 in profit on that. So you can see over on the right-hand side here, for the month now, the date is the 28th. We're just over 24K, so just under 25K, and we're almost at 4K profit for this month. You can see our sales today on the left-hand side. We've done $100 in profit today. Yesterday was about 140. But yeah, we're real sellers. We're trying to grow our own brand with our goal of exiting it in the next few years. So if you're into that sort of thing, if you're into Amazon FBA, like and subscribe, because we're going to bring in you more honest content. Now, to dive into this process, I want you to imagine that we've been doing product research and we've come across these gardening stools. So now, how do we actually go to Alibaba? What do we need to ask? All of that stuff. Like, it can be a little bit confusing. So I've broken it down here step by step. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to find verified suppliers on Alibaba. So if we come over here to Alibaba, what we need to do is we need to search for the keyword, obviously what we found on Amazon. So I've searched up here gardening kneeling stool, and then the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you're looking at suppliers that have trade assurance and they're verified. You want to make sure they're verified suppliers, they've got history with Alibaba, and then what you can do is you can go through here and you can see all of the different options. So the second part of the process is that you want to contact them, you want to reach out to them on Alibaba. So if we go back here and we click on this one, for example, this is one of the ones that I found. So we can see that they're a verified supplier, they've got history, they've done 124 transactions. We know this is a real factory, this is a real supplier. So what we want to do is we want to come down to the bottom here and you have this entry form, this contact form. Now, one mistake that people make here is they think that they need to act like a big seller. You'll see this a lot on YouTube videos and they'll say, tell them that you're the sourcing director or, you know, you're the CEO of some huge company. There's absolutely zero point in doing that. Every supplier on Alibaba, they can see your history. They can see how many people that you've reached out to. They can see your total trading history. So if your account is brand new and you're just reaching out to tons of random people, they can see that. So there's no point in trying to act like you're a huge seller, because you're only going to give yourself away later on when you ask sort of really new questions that an experienced seller wouldn't really understand. So I wouldn't worry too much about trying to come across as like this huge seller. Just make sure you come across as professional and you ask the right questions. So guys, I want to interrupt the video for 1 second. So Tom and I, for the past few months, we've been working on a ridiculously in-depth product research course. Now, it covers everything you need to know about product research. We've been working on it super hard and we've just released it. So if you're at that stage of the Amazon FBA journey, check out the link in the description. It's over 8 hours of video tutorials on how to do amazing product research, and we're certain that you're gonna love it. I'll let you get back to the video. So at this point, this is what I would recommend, the sort of thing that you ask. I just go straight in and I say, hey, I'm Alex, I'm an Amazon seller and I'm looking to source a quality version of these garden kneeling stools. Please can you add me on WhatsApp or WeChat so we can discuss pricing? And then I give them the contact details I have. I don't mess about, I don't ask for MOQ, I ask nothing. All I want to do is get them on WhatsApp or get them on WeChat. So the next stage of the process is you need to verify that they've got good communication. You do not want to work with a supplier that has poor communication. If they take a long time to reply, if their English is really bad, if they're pushing you too much, you just don't want to work with them. So add them on WeChat, add them on WhatsApp, have a quick chat with them, ask them how they are, just kind of verify that their communication is pretty good. The next thing what you want to do is you need to understand a few different things, and the main thing is that you look for the master carton dimension. Now, the reason for this is that you need to get a shipping quote. This is one of the most important parts of Amazon product research right now, especially with the high cost of shipping. You need to be able to understand all of your margins, and a big part of that is estimating how much your shipping is going to cost. So what you need to do is you need to speak to this supplier and you say, okay, I'm looking at ordering this many units. What is the unit cost for this, and this? And then can you also let me know the number of units that fit into a master carton, the master carton dimensions, and then the weight of the master carton. So what you're going to then do with that information is you will reach out to your shipping supplier, your freight forwarder. You will pass them all of that information and they will come back with a quote. So this is very simple. I go in, I verify that their communication is good, and then I move on to this stage. And generally I will ask them to give me a rough quote for unit cost for 1,000, 2,000, and then 3,000, there's a typo here, and then 3,000 to 5,000 units. And they will come back and they will give you a range of prices based on what you've asked. Sometimes they'll ask you more information. They'll ask you things like, you know, can you give me your company name? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? Give them what they need. Sometimes they just need to enter it into the database so they can register you as a lead. But just ask them for this information. This is the most important information for you to move on to the next step. Don't waste time asking for MOQs. Don't spend ages making small talk and stuff like that. Verify their good English. Ask them for the master carton dimensions, and then ask them for a quote for the range of units. So the final stage is getting a shipping quote. So this is a template that I use. We send this to our shipping supplier and it's super straightforward. We send it and within a couple of hours they've given us a quote back. So all of the information that you got from your supplier you want to include here, and feel free to use this as a template. You're basically giving them everything that they need to know in order to give you an accurate shipping quote, and you're telling them where it's going to be shipping to. If you don't know yet, you can just use an example port. It varies depending on your shipping forwarder, but in this example, I've just used LAX. So that's it, guys. That's all of the steps that you need to be following. I know it seems quite simple in this video, but I think sometimes people sort of, they get a bit confused and they're not really sure. If you get to the point where you can do this super quickly, it speeds up all of your product research. These are the steps that Tom and I take in our product research. We verify things, we disqualify them super quickly now because we know we just take these steps, boom, 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 and then we're done. We don't need to mess about. It doesn't take a long time. And what this means is that your product research can be super efficient, super quick, and you can get through all of those lists of potential products to find the winning one that you want to launch for your brand. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you got any comments, you got any questions, please let me know below. Please somebody write a comment and give me some suggestions for videos because it's difficult coming up with ideas. Like and subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you in the next video.